Hello, viewers. Here's the Mindful Man reading another chapter of my book on KDP Ghost School. I'm going to try and read for longer now to get used to it. How can we die if we're already dead? They said, puzzled. Well, said Mr. Graves, we don't know, but we believe that when someone becomes full of hatred, then they lose themselves and they die, only to return as lost spirits, hoping to drag others down with them. Whatever she whispers certainly did the trick. Once, he cautioned, there was a young man studying in the library. I forgot his name, and she appeared behind him like a puff of evil smoke. At first he didn't realize she was a ghost. She crept up behind him and whispered long into his ear, and he was never the same again. He was often heard crying in the night or muttering to some unknown figure. I don't believe if you believe in heaven or the devil. I don't know if you believe in heaven or the devil, but she certainly conjures up something evil, he said with a malicious grin. All we know is there is a good side and an evil side, and it is obvious which side she has gone, he said. They all listened in awe, and later that evening they went back to their rooms to relax. James was sitting on his bunk reading a magazine on cars. It had been a stressful day and he just wanted to relax, and then there was a knock on the door. When he opened it, he was surprised to see Lucy standing there looking a little coy. Hi, he said, come in. She smiled and sat on the edge of the bed. She said how much the ghost stories had freaked her out. Although a little interested in the paranormal, she certainly didn't want to experience it close to home. She was looking sad and sullen. James put his arm around her protectively, and she smiled at him and moved closer. James felt a warm fuzzy feeling inside as she nestled into his chest. She looked up at him with doe eyes, and before he could really comprehend what was happening, she kissed him on the lips. It was a lovely soft kiss, and he couldn't help kissing her in return. Within a minute it had turned into a full-on passionate snog. They lay on the bed together, kissing and stroking each other's hair. Suddenly James sat up. Oh my God, he said, what are we doing? Lucy was looking coy again and straightened her hair. I'm sorry, she said, I couldn't resist. I know, he replied, I feel the same. But we have to be careful not to upset Anne. She's a good friend. Lucy agreed to keep quiet, and they promised to try and keep their hands off each other if only they could. Lucy left, and James sat on his bunk amazed by what had happened. The next day over breakfast they exchanged furtive glances, and they didn't want to reveal what had happened between them. Anne was very chatty and unaware, and they both thought she had feelings for James, so they had to be careful. They didn't want to hurt her. Later that afternoon they went for a walk. It was a lovely day on earth with the birds singing just as brightly and the leaves shining. It was difficult not to think of the past. Hope you enjoyed that. Please sub me.